two. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows to have success in this game against this defense is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense, their strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses the defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win. So it'll be a fun individual matchup.
And the Golden Gophers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Oh, they're after him. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going up just a little bit quicker. He's got to do a better job understanding when to get ready.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Punch it out of the air. All right, guys, let's chat for just a moment about Washington. Breaking into the top 15 is one step closer to the college football playoff. You've made it this far. The dream is within reach. The question becomes, will they take the next step, Jesse?
You got to keep winning. Now when we're talking about this team, you're hearing college football playoff in the same sentence because of where they're ranked in the top 15. So, David, as they move forward, they've got to continue to elevate and ascend with their talent and play on the field.
Yeah, and it's exciting, right? To be mentioned, it's exciting. To hear yourself talked about on shows and to be a team that's getting respect is great. Now, let's keep pushing that pedal to the floor to be the best team we can be.
After the last drive, ended with a field goal. The kickoff team out there to send it away. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
Yeah, they bailed him out. They held him to a field goal.
Intercepted for the 11th time. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Washington. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
I'll tell you what, as a DB, you're lucky if you get one pick six in your entire football life. This guy had one last game. He's got one this game. Quarterbacks are going to stop throwing his way.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Rushes on him, and the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
The Golden Gophers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabs over the middle, it's Johnson. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play. Quick strike complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They'll leave it with him. He gets those chains moving, gets it out make up for some of that lost ground on second down. From the shotgun, the inside give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. On third and long, trying to go up through the air. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Well, we talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
The Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. They're working that left side. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there. They'll have work to do to get the first down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. First down, 10 yards to go. They'll ride the hot hand. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Motion from the wideout. Wants to fire on second down. It's complete on the right side. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Picked up some yardage on that completion, but still a third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Oh, he's got some space. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the finish.
And the Huskies in a good spot here with second and short. Pass rush gets there, gets home, gets him down to the 23.
That's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. And for the second time in this game, he'll try to knock through a field goal, this one a 41-yarder. Splits the uprights. Good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Going right to work up top. It's complete to the left. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. Got a man. It's Watkins. And they pick up just a few on that completion. We've reached the break. It's Washington holding the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First play of the period will be a second down. He'll do it himself. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. And the Golden Gophers have their offense in high gear. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Watkins. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. The Golden Gophers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. A little screen to the running back. There we go. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Wants to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. Down to the 32 and out of bounds right there. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Trying play action. Bringing the heat. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. They've made clutch, tough plays on this drive on 3rd down. They need one more on 3rd and 7. A shot toward the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Nestled just inside that right upright. That gets them back to within 10.
And so many more times we're going to say go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Fielded in the end zone, it's Washington. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. They'll start this drive going to the air. The throw. Working that left side now. And how good is it for a quarterback to have a running back he not only can just dump it off to, but can actually be dangerous as a receiver?
Agreed, Reese. It's not just check downs or screens or swing routes or flat routes. This guy can get vertical. And he can all of a sudden start stressing defenses in the 2nd level. What a weapon it is to have this guy in your backfield.
Unloads to the wideout. He makes the catch. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. Productive pass offense for the Huskies, and they've had a long line of quarterbacks who've gone on to the pros.
A lot of guys that you can think of. Warren Moon obviously was so dynamic, so good, but guys that were surgical, guys that read the defenses, made the decision, made big plays. That's what the Husky fans want to see.
Back to pass on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Slings it downfield. Finds space on the right. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. The give on the option. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Huskies didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Looking to fire. Almost had a pick right there. Instead it falls incomplete. Defense has been up to the task so far. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 3. They'll move the wide receiver. Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. Into strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the American fellas. Let's show you what's going down. East Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium. One of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by just 4 to Temple. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Going to swing it on second down. Makes his man miss. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
I'll tell you something, in college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball hawk.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. So now it's second and long. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Washington coming to the line with another first down. The run from the shotgun. Defense holds their ground. Pick up of a yard. It's at the 26. Down to 2 minutes before the half. They'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Off the bootleg. Wants to throw it. Makes the grab down the middle.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing. So nice job by that QB, putting the football right on the face basket of his wide receiver.
And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Grab near the sticks. It's Hayes. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Watkins. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Got his man on the right. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Watkins. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. And the Golden Gophers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Golden Gophers are in the hurry-up. Quickly gets everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Watkins. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is hard to beat Minneapolis when that town is buzzing as it is today. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And with that, let's send it back to our guys at the bank there in the Twin Cities.
And the Golden Gophers will kick it off to start the second half. Bringing it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well. So you have to know where your answers are.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. They'll go to the ground. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Works the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And the Huskies come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Finds a spot in the middle. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Offense set on first down. Hands it off. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. He'll try to do it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Golden Gophers will bring the punt team onto the field. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. From the gun, the running back has it. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Fires to the big fella. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. At the 45 on his way. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Firing to the right, complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Wants to throw on first down. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. And the Huskies can really attack on this second and short. Gonna look downfield again. He's got the tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. To the ground with the back. Oh, what a move. He has kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He'll keep it himself. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Third down play from the gun. Touchdown, Huskies! And the punishment has been extended.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Arizona is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Tucson, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 10 over Houston. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting.
There he goes! All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. You open a drive like that and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lost one on that last one. It's second and 11. Looking to fire. Just target down the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs. Great place to start for this offense. Looking to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Works the middle of the field. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They're working that left side. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
The defense just can't seem to find a way to get off the field. That time, QB sneak for the first down. They need a turnover or something to try to generate some momentum.
To the air on first down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Husky. Fit it in the window for the score. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And the extra point is good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The inside handoff. Turning it off! They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Pulls it and fires to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And here comes the offense on second down. They'll run play action. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The sure hands, it's Hayes. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Looking downfield on first down. Great catch along the sidelines, but the object is to go forward. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Finds a man in the middle. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Finds a little space. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. He's got it down the middle. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Huskies lining up, just needing a few tough pitches on 3rd down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They'll send the tight end in motion. Off play action on 1st down. It's complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. He'll pull it on the read. It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Touchdown, Washington. And they turn it into a defensive score. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
And defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the point after is good. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, one with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. He'll return it. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
You want to talk about versatility at the linebacker spot, and this guy is it. He had 2 interceptions in his last game. That's his first pick in this one. He's good stopping the run. He can go sideline to sideline. He can blitz. He can spy. And, man, he is really good in coverage.
Washington comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he knocked that one right down the middle. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. East Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. One of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Temple. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The play-action fake. Shoots it to the left. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out inside for 6, he'll be lucky. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day, man.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. The give to the back. Makes one man miss. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. Washington coming to the line with another first down. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. Playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them. Everything starts to turn around and swing the other way. They got it all going in the right direction.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.